Merry Christmas. What's up, everyone? I don't know what I'm doing. I was super tired and I just woke up from a nap. So I don't know why I'm this energetic, to be honest. And my sister keeps texting me. I have to keep swiping it away. Al, stop. I'm just full of energy, I guess. Man, Merry Christmas, everyone. I just opened this Arizona hard tea. Someone brought them last night to our Christmas Eve bonanza. I don't know. We hosted Christmas Eve here at Moose HQ, and well, that's one thing about hosting things is you get free food. And drinks. I don't usually drink, but these aren't that great. They're okay. But man, well, we were up late last night. We had exchanged some family gifts, and my daughter got a giant dollhouse from the in-laws, so I was building that. Which it said in the directions like it takes about an hour, which means like 2 hours, so you have to like race it. You have to try and get within that hour. But we got it built, but we were up late. She really wanted to play with it, but it's like by the time I got it built, she was just like, oh, I'm ready for bed. She like wanted to play with it, but which is, that's understandable. But then no one could fall asleep last night, except for me. But I had to be awake. Sorry, I'm trying to get my flannel on. It's a little chilly. Some family stayed here the night so they can watch my kid open presents this morning. Because Santa came, and I think everyone was happy. But we ate breakfast, and we opened presents, and then kind of cleaned up a little bit. Family left, and I went into the game room, laid down on the couch, and I was just scrolling through my phone. And the next thing I know, I woke up because I was having a dream to a YouTube short that just kept looping. So, I don't know, I got up and my wife was like, did you want to have people over to play board games? I was like, yeah, I kind of forgot to text everybody because I fell asleep. And then the first person I called was my dad, and they were like, we're all going to your sister's. Are you coming? And I was like, she didn't tell me. Which I was just like, whatever, because I'm kind of tired. I don't really want to go anywhere. But then my sister immediately texted me and was just like, hey, you could come. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm tired. I wasn't offended. But I should put some wood on the fire. It wasn't very cold this morning. When I checked the weather a day or two ago, it was supposed to get really cold again last night, but luckily enough, it didn't. So if you watched the vlog yesterday, you saw, I said I wasn't going to start a fire in the morning. Kind of just let it go out. I think I did throw a little bit on there, just because, I was saying I can't get my thoughts together. I'm trying to multitask, I guess. Because all the people were coming. I was like, you get everybody here, it just warms up the house, which is what happened. But I set up a table, play board games, but no one ever really came down. The kids were playing in the playroom right over there, which I think you guys know where that's at. But it's at one point it started to get a little chilly down here when I came down to see what the kids were up to, even though they were running around. So they were probably fine, but yeah, I'm gonna need the bucket. I just put a little bit of wood on there I figured, well, when everybody leaves, at the end of the night, I'll get the fire going again, and you know, it's supposed to be really cold, so I'll put a big log in there, big round log, and it'll stay nice and warm. And it probably won't be too bad, because the house, I think at one point it got up to like over 70. It was like 72 or something, which is never that high in the winter. In our house, at least. But I woke up, the fire, I mean, it was like it normally is. I didn't put a big log in, because I noticed it wasn't going to get that cold. But when I woke up, it was still 69 in the house, and I was like I woke up and I was like warm. I usually have like a bunch of blankets on, and I'm usually all layered up and stuff, but I was not. I was so beat waiting for, you know, everyone to fall asleep, if you catch what I'm saying, because Santa Claus was coming. I was just ready for bed. You know what I mean? So I don't even know how it happened, what I did, all that stuff. So just kind of passed out. Of course, when I went to lay down, it took me a minute. But and oddly enough, I mean, this happens every year. But the kid was the last one to wake up. Forgot my tripod. There it is. I'm gonna grab some wood. But yeah, overall good time. We I do have Risk on my computer. It's like the computer version of the board game Risk, you know. And my dad and my brother and I, we play it. But last year on Christmas, we were kind of all playing it. And I guess it's a thing now. Because when people come over, I'll fire up my computer in the game room and we'll play. But we kind of got a game going. The max players you can have was 6 on there. And we never finished it. We kept all getting pulled away, and then dinner happened. And, what else? Well, then everybody had to leave. So it took us like, I don't know, 2 hours to we were playing that first game for like 2 hours. And then everybody had to leave. Most everybody. So we started a new game with who was left. And then it was just 3 of us. And then someone else had to leave. And then we were like, well, instead of starting it again, we'll just keep skipping that person's turn. So we finished that out, but it was kind of weird because there was like a ghost player there, you know, because you still have to do certain things. You can't just completely skip the turn. But we didn't really get to play like we normally do. Like I was saying. But man, the kids had a good time. I'm still really itchy. Trying not to scratch. I have a bunch of these pine planks. Pine's not usually the best to burn, but well, it's what I have. Creates a lot of creosote, so you have to clean out the chimney more, but To be honest, I've never had a problem. Although this year's probably the year I've burnt the most pine. Ugh. And I started heating my house with what a lot of people told me, like, no, you can't burn pine. But then I realized there's a YouTube channel I follow. They're from Utah, I think. And the dude has a house and a big workshop because they got that YouTube money now. But he heats both places. And even his old shop that he had, everything was done or heated by wood. And all they have there is pine. His whole property. I mean, he has acres and acres. And he gets, they get their own firewood. And it's all pine. And I'm like, huh. Like, well, everybody's excuse to me was like, well, it creates more creosote. And it burns too fast. It doesn't burn long enough. So I was like, oh, so they just got to burn more of it and clean out their chimney more. So it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know, kind of funny to me. But I've never had an issue, and this is my third year just burning whatever. I mean, I always stuck to hardwood because I had access to it. Now I don't. At least not as much, so... The more I think about it, it's just like, well, we live in an area where there is a lot of different hardwood. It's kind of a overlooked luxury, I think. So, and to be honest, I'm going to guess that most people don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. Which is, it's fine. I don't really know what I'm talking about either, to be honest. But man, yeah, I really don't have much to vlog about today. I want to start, I think what I'm going to do, I've really been thinking about the channel and the direction I want to go next year. And I hate opening all these doors, so I'm just going to walk around. The direction I want to go with the channel in 2025. I still have some time to think about it, but I'm starting to get a plan together. And I want to talk a little bit about that because I said before, I got about a 50-50 response on what I should talk about in these vlogs. And I tested out some different things and different thumbnails and all that stuff, yada, yada. What the heck's going on here? There we go. I wired that stuff up weird. I can show you in a second, but... Or maybe some other time, actually, because I was getting off subject. So, anyways, what I've noticed, just from more general feedback from you guys in the comments and paying attention to the analytics, no matter what I talked about, no matter what the thumbnail was, and honestly, no matter what the title was, I'm still getting the same amount of views and watch time and click-through rate and traffic source and all that stuff. If you're not sure what that means, it doesn't matter. Point is that I think everyone that's here watching these vlogs, oddly enough, someone had stopped by that I hadn't talked to forever. He helped me out a lot with old stuff on the channel, or the early stuff on the channel, rather. When I just needed a second person to hold something or do whatever. He was kind of just like, oh yeah, by the way, those vlogs, awesome. It's awesome. Keep doing that. And I was like, okay, I think that's the final nail in the coffin. So I think what I want to do, because I like vlogging, I like connecting with you guys a little, the way I can connect with you guys that watch the vlogs. I think I'm just going to keep doing that because it's a way for me. I like to do things very planned and precise and thought out. And I also just like to freeball stuff. I like the best of both things. Dude, I'm so itchy. I'm going to go stand out in the shop because it's cold out. And I feel like that will make my skin not itch so much. Hopefully it's not too cold. So anyways, I think I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to start doing more lives. And I think on those lives, I always thought I had to like play. And I kind of hate playing without a band. Because I have to memorize every part. And, you know, when I go back, like I was trying to, I recorded the Christmas EP. I was getting promo together to, I don't have my shoes down here. Just getting everything ready to drop the EP, right? I was also trying to play live the day that I dropped the EP, but I had just recorded everything and I had to relearn parts because it's so much. And it's kind of like, yeah, you know, got to put in the work and all that. But also, I think there's just maybe a better way to do it that I haven't quite figured out yet. But also, I did a live the other day, last week, when I was editing my video for Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. And I told you guys, I was like, I was having a rough day. I'm gonna need some nicotine. I was having a rough day and I just wanted to talk to some normal people, AKA you guys. And I think it wasn't all at once and the whole time, but I think there was about 8 of you that jumped on and just chatted with me. And Dad Pocket. I realized that I can do that too, right? So if there's particular subjects, instead of spending a ton of time researching and editing a video and like whatever, I'll just do a live. And we can do that. Certain things, like if you guys wanted to know about, but I'll use the lives more to not just hang out, but we can talk about things that that you want to know. Someone asked me about finances of doing music, a YouTube channel. Someone asked me about recording, video. Like we could do all that, you know what I mean? So like if we did recording, for instance, right? I'll have to set it up on my studio computer. I won't be able to jump around subjects, right? Like we can do it live and it would be like, we're gonna talk about recording this time, right? So anything in and around the studio that's at that desk, I'll just do it right there. I'll teach you what I know. And if not, maybe we can just, depending on what it is, maybe we can just figure it out right there. We can do it together, or maybe we can both learn something. I don't know. Whereas like, you know, if it's just finances, I could do that anywhere. I could just light a fire out here and we can just hang out in the shop and we could talk about, you know, musician finances or whatever. I hope that makes sense. But I think that would be a lot cooler, to be honest. I still want to try and play live on the internet, I guess. I don't know. I think, honestly, I get more enjoyment out of recording and making videos, and like when I do that, I think you guys will really see with the original stuff that I'm going to put out here soon, that when I do that, like the way that I want to, and it's like, to me, like the song and the album and the artwork and the videos, like they all go together. They all tell this one story. It's like a movie, or like a sequel of, or not a sequel, like a series of movies, right? Like Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, like they all go together. You know what I mean? Or the Star Wars movies or whatever. Um, I don't know. I think you guys will just see how I see that, how it's that to me, like the whole thing is an art to me. And you know what I mean? Whereas playing live is something different. And on the internet, it's just totally different because you don't feel the same energy. Like I do like playing live. Hate lugging gear around anymore. You know what I mean? I hate talking to promoters. Hate trying to set up shows, places to play, getting people to come out. You know what I mean? It's a job that I don't want. I mean, if anyone is out there that is like I don't even know, tour manager or something like that thinks we could set something up. I think I need to build up my engagement and stuff again before I could do that. But I don't think I could really draw what I could 7 years ago. Maybe, I don't know. But that's just something I don't want to tackle by myself. I already do so much by myself. The thought of that just makes me want to go take a nap again. But man, I got all that stuff out and ready to vlog, but I think that's all I want to talk about. So, thanks for your support, guys. Let me know if you'd be down with me just doing it that way. I'll do these vlogs. We'll do lives that are like hangout / me showing you what I know, you showing me what you know. If all that makes sense. I have a hard time too because I think people are just like, oh, you should do this, like you should do that and do it this way and that way. And because someone said to me, like, when someone convinced me to start doing these vlogs, that person was like, you're someone's favorite band out there. You're someone's favorite artist. Like, what if your favorite artist was doing this? And I'd be like, I would be over the moon. This would be fantastic. And I was like, you know what? You're probably right. I just don't see myself that way. And then with the whole Spotify Wrapped thing, I posted like my end of it. I said I was kind of reluctant to do it because I just feel like I'm bragging or, because every band posts theirs and stuff. And they're like, oh, thanks for 1 million streams and blah, blah, blah. And I had 54,000 last year. That was from January to November. So I'm actually probably a little higher now at this point. But 54,000 streams, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And then it even told me like it was like 5 people's top artist, right? And then you were like 25 I don't know the exact numbers, I'm just making shit up at this point. Like you're 25 people's top 10 or whatever, and it just and 100 people's top 50 or whatever, and people actually sent me theirs. They're like, hey man, you were my favorite, most listened to artist this year, man. Thanks for all the great music. And it's like, whew, it's crazy to think about. So my point is, I see myself as just a regular dude. Like I'm going through struggles just like all of you all are. I'm worried, I got a medical bill I'm dealing with, fighting the insurance company with. And, a month ago, I was worried about not being able to heat my house because I didn't have a way to split firewood, and making sure I have firewood for the winter so I can heat my house that way so it's free, you know what I mean? As we all do. So I just see myself as like, a regular dude. So to me, just having a live, hanging out, it's just like, to me, it's like, well, there's cool dudes that think I'm cool. So I think I'm a pretty cool dude. So you're probably pretty cool. I just want to hang out with cool dudes, So, I don't know if that makes sense, but thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for checking everything out. Again, I do have, I link everything below. I should have been promoting this earlier, but I have Amazon affiliate link down there. So it doesn't cost you anything. If you go to buy something on Amazon, just go to any of my videos. I have it all. It will say Amazon affiliate link. Click on that. It takes you to the Amazon homepage. Sometimes you have to click like open the app or whatever, and it'll take you there. And anything you buy, it gives me a commission. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It just gives me a commission because I referred you to them, kind of thing. If you're an artist or band, you want to distribute music, I distribute my music through DistroKid. There's a lot of great ones out there. DistroKid's been great for me with the covers and stuff. Every year, I think it's like 25 or 30 bucks, and you can release as many songs as you want. Which was perfect for me with the covers, because then all I have to do is renew that membership every year and my cover licenses, which was significantly cheaper 7 years ago or 8 years ago than anybody else. I have a link for that. If you sign up through them, doesn't cost you anything extra. It gives me 10 bucks. And then, of course, I have merch and all that stuff. Other than that, if you just keep sharing, liking, commenting, streaming my stuff, sharing my stuff with your friends, sharing it on your socials or whatever. And I'm being honest too. If you don't like it, if there's something I put out and you don't like it, don't share it. Give me your feedback. Tell me your honest opinion. Like, there's a difference between, people giving feedback and haters. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get offended. So. I think that's all I have to say, guys. Merry Christmas. Have a safe holiday. If you're starting Hanukkah tonight, I don't know. Maybe let me know if you are. I think I had one. I know a few Jewish people. I had one in school growing up. I had a Jewish friend. I don't really know much about the holiday, but it starts tonight, I'm pretty sure. So have fun with that. Stay safe. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Whatever. I'm embarrassing myself. I'll see you guys tomorrow.